Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Manjiri Nadkarni, Ayurvedic MD, registered holistic nutritionist, back today with another session of Wellness Wednesday. I know I have been missing in action for a month. I was traveling a bit with my family and then I had family visit as well. So I decided to take some time off in the summer, but we are back with a bang. So, for this entire month, we are going to talk about mineral deficiencies. We have spoken about vitamin deficiencies. We talk about, different foods, but one of the things that we don't pay much attention to are the minerals. And there are a few reasons why you should really be very mindful of your mineral intake through natural foods, fruits, vegetables, grains, etc., is because you're not eating enough of them. In today's world, because of how processed the foods are, then a variety of diets like going very low carb or a ketogenic diet or different kinds of diets that one would go for, those are going to lead to mineral depletion. The soil is already deficient in minerals, like the selenium is completely depleted from the soil. Iodine, if you're living in southwestern Ontario, we don't have enough iodine in the soil itself. So because of the farming practices, mother earth herself is depleted in a lot of minerals right now because of how we are not paying attention, we are not following the proper practices. And when we go for different diets, whether they are necessary, like if you're allergic or sensitive to gluten, you're allergic or sensitive to dairy, if you avoid certain food groups, you are going to be depleted in minerals. Another big thing is the ketogenic diet. So, in today's world, if you are someone who is following the ketogenic diet, because you are getting rid of so many uh, carbs, sources, like you're going really low with fruits, you're eliminating all the grains, all the starches. These are actually foods that are rich in minerals, and this is one of the reasons why if you do keto, you are advised to take minerals, right? So make sure that you pay attention to today's talk. If you are following any of these diets, if you're someone who is drinking alcohol on a regular basis, even on a weekly basis, you are depleted in minerals. And if you are a caffeine drinker like me, I drink coffee, I love coffee, I need it to kickstart me. So if you are drinking coffee, you are going to be still depleted in minerals, and you want to ensure that you're getting minerals back in your diet. I'm going to say a quick hi to Pam is here, Isha is here as well. It's been a long time that I've been online, so I haven't seen any of you guys online in some time. So a big hi to everyone who's watching this. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. And even if I don't see those, if you are seeing this as a not as a live session but as a recording, you can post your videos, questions. Please feel free to tag me, and I'll make sure that I answer the questions that you have. Hey Pam, nice to see you. So, what are the 10 main kinds of mineral deficiencies, alarming mineral deficiencies, and what do they stand for? Number one is fatigue and weakness. Every time, if you are tired, you have really low energy, it indicates that you are deficient in minerals, right? And what are some minerals that could cause this fatigue, that could cause this deficiency? Typically, when it comes to women, we all think about iron. Most women don't get enough iron in their diets. And till the time you're menstruating, you are going to lose iron naturally from the body as well. So it's super important to get good sources of iron in your diet. You can use iron pans when you're cooking the food. So that is the number one deficiency, which is the most common deficiency in the world, is iron deficiency. And you are going to experience fatigue, you are going to experience weakness. But there are two more deficiencies that can make you become very weak and tired. That is magnesium deficiency. Now, after iron deficiency, I think magnesium deficiency tops, because of how deficient, how stressed we are. Magnesium is the anti stress mineral, And if you are someone who's in that constant fight flight mode, who's exhausted at all times, you are probably having magnesium deficiency. There are more signs of magnesium deficiency, but if you have this nagging fatigue and weakness, no matter what you eat, no matter what you do, if you have high stress job, if you're not sleeping well, chances are your body is using up all the magnesium that you are getting in your food. And if you are someone who's super picky, who's not eating any green leafy vegetables, any greens, anything green, they are rich in magnesium. So if you are fatigued because you're not eating fresh fruits and vegetables, magnesium is another deficiency. The third one is potassium. So not having enough potassium is going to make you have cramps as well. It's going to affect your heart rate and going to make you tired. The second alarming sign is muscle cramps and spasms, and here magnesium is the number one, right? So if you are stressed, as I mentioned, it is always a good idea to add some kind of a magnesium supplement as a stress support. There are a variety of magnesium types, magnesiums from citrate or oxide, which will help with the constipation, or you're looking at bisglycinate, which can actually help lower your blood pressure. There is the threonate, which is more bioavailable in your brain. So there are a variety of magnesiums that you could try if you are going through a lot of muscle cramps and spasms. Sometimes just taking the magnesium is not going to be enough, because there are deficiencies of calcium as well as potassium that could cause muscle cramps and spasms as well. If you are someone on a ketogenic diet getting a lot of muscle cramps, which is quite common with ketogenic diets, I will advise you to start taking a mineral mix. There are certain trace minerals you could take as well, or you could visit us at Blue Water Nutrition, and we have lots of mineral supplements as well that you could add to your diet to make sure you are not depleted in these minerals. Now, the third one is hair loss. So, third, hair loss could be due to iron deficiency. Most women, when they are anemic, they will lose hair, like bunches of hair. So iron definitely is very common. Zinc deficiency, if you're looking at the texture of your hair, and or calcium deficiency, if you have really brittle hair, that's calcium deficiency as well, right? So hair loss could be because of zinc, iron, or calcium. The same with brittle nails. When we talk about nails from an Ayurvedic perspective, we are getting an idea of the bone formation as well, because the same minerals are used. So if you have brittle nails, again, iron, zinc, calcium, even phosphorus deficiencies are at play. If you have very weak nails, if you have very weak hair, from an Ayurvedic perspective, you are not going to have strong bones either. So you could be prone to osteoporosis, osteopenia. And if you have any of these symptoms, it's always good to get your bone density checked as well. Now, number five is numbness and tingling, right? So, most of my clients that come to me, when they experience numbness, when they experience tingling, they are often going to go for a vitamin like B12, and that helps fantastically. But besides B12 deficiency, there could be deficiencies in magnesium, calcium, or even potassium that can lead to numbness and tingling of your hands and feet. um, if you are someone who is struggling with immunity, if you are someone who's catching every cold out there, I've had moms where the kids would go to daycare, and whatever the kid catches, the mom is going to catch the same, infection, any cold and flu virus. That shows that your immune system has really been weakened. And the number one thing, that deficiency that causes a low immune function, is zinc deficiency. So if you are deficient in zinc, you could have low immune function. If you are deficient in selenium as well, selenium is a trace mineral which is super important because it's also an antioxidant. It's a very anti-cancer mineral. So if you are deficient in selenium, you could have low immunity. And also iron. Iron is super important when it comes to immune function as well. Now, for focus, memory, concentration, processing, especially in children. A lot of the times when children cannot focus, cannot sit still, they have cognitive issues as well. Nobody thinks about deficiencies, but something as simple as adding a magnesium supplement to your child, or eating foods that are rich in magnesium, can really help with focus, concentration, as well as cognitive health. So, iron deficiency can cause cognitive issues, so can zinc deficiency, as well as magnesium is the number one here. And I'm going to say a quick hi to Pranjali. She's my bestie. Priyanka Ayurveda is here. Dr. Bhavna is here as well. Priyesha is here as well. So if you have any questions, please post it in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions that you have. Then we come to something very serious, whether you are experiencing palpitations, whether you're experiencing irregular heartbeat. uh, Low levels of potassium can cause it. If you are on certain blood pressure medications, especially certain diuretics, unless you are taking something that's a potassium sparing diuretic, you could be depleted in potassium. So it's very important to understand what kind of medication you're taking and what are the side effects, and if you need to take any associated supplements along with it. So if you have irregular heartbeat, palpitations, potassium is there, magnesium is there as well. So especially if you are somebody dealing with high levels of anxiety, a lot of palpitations, magnesium, calcium supplements help, as well as any deficiency in magnesium is going to trigger your anxiety as well. Bone pain or bone weakness. So if you have deep seated pain, which is different from muscle pain, it's almost your bones are achy, you have no strength, you are looking at calcium as well as magnesium deficiency. Again, for bone health, because there is so much awareness about vitamin D, vitamin K2. Vitamin D and vitamin K2 are going to work and they're going to help, but unless you have good sources of calcium, magnesium in your diet, if you are somebody who's dairy free, if you have completely opted for a diet that is off dairy, that's a vegan diet. And again, I'm not saying all vegan diets have to be very nutrient depleted. You have to plan your diet accordingly, that you are getting foods in a form that your body is able to absorb, and you're choosing foods that are packed with calcium and magnesium. Especially for everyone who's on a dairy free diet, there are milks, nut milks, the four milks, whether it's hemp milk, whether it's almond milk or cashew milk. They are fortified with calcium, but studies have shown time and again that your body struggles to absorb fortified nutrients, and it is very easy for your body to absorb the same minerals, the same nutrients from whole foods as compared to something that is fortified. Now, if you are someone who's not getting enough through food, it becomes a necessity to choose a supplement. Again, when it comes to supplements, always go for the food based supplements, over synthetic ones. If you go for certain supplements that are extracting nutrients from whole foods, fermenting those foods, making sure the bioavailability is high, you are going to absorb those better. And there are companies like Mega Food or New Chapter which extract whole foods. So, whole food minerals, whole food supplements always will work when it comes to your bone health, when it comes to your overall health. And skin issues, right? So, skin issues, if you have dry, flaky skin, taking an omega 3 is a good option, but you also have to look at deficiencies of zinc. You also have to look at deficiencies of iron, in addition to taking the omega 3s, right? So, again, I cannot stress upon the importance of having minerals in your diet. Minerals are required for your overall function. We've talked about bone health, we've talked about energy production, but also the nerve function, nerve signaling, electrolyte balance in your body, which is super important for different functions of the body. You also want to make sure that you're having good amounts of minerals, because certain minerals like selenium, zinc, They have antioxidant role. They are super important for certain enzymes in your body that can deactivate those cancer cells. Especially selenium is super important, so taking vitamins helps, but taking minerals in the whole natural form of food is super important. Hormone production, for example, iodine. Iodine deficiency will create low thyroid function, and right from weight gain, fatigue, hair loss, you're going to see multiple signs because of iodine deficiency. And having fish is a better source of iodine. Having sea vegetables, if you are a vegan, is a better source of iodine than taking iodine supplements. Wound healing for diabetics, this is especially important. If you have high blood sugar levels, your wounds are not going to heal that easily. But also, if you are deficient in certain minerals like zinc, you are not going to heal that fast. And if you are struggling with a non healing wound, a non healing ulcer, it's always a good idea to add a zinc supplement at the point. Again, a whole foods zinc supplement. Enzymatic functions, whether it's your digestive enzyme or other enzymes that facilitate biochemical reactions in your body. Magnesium is a cofactor for over 300 enzyme reactions, including protein synthesis, including muscle as well as nerve function. So taking magnesium is super important. If you don't want to take supplements, another simple option to get good amounts of magnesium in your body is to go for an Epsom salt bath. You can go for magnesium flakes or Epsom salts, soak in the bathtub for at least 20 minutes, and you are going to get magnesium that way, especially if you are somebody who has a lot of leg cramping. Magnesium is going to help, and DNA synthesis as well. So, whenever we talk about DNA synthesis and repair, these again functions are related to cancer. If you don't have good DNA repair mechanisms, the cells can easily mutate into cancer cells. So, this is where certain important minerals like selenium and zinc should be in your diet, to make sure that you are preventing cancer, because every day cells in your body are getting damaged and are getting repaired at the same time, right? So if the repair is better, the damage or mutation is not going to happen that easily. So this is my little longer talk on minerals. Super happy to be back to doing the Facebook lives. This month we are talking all about minerals. That's the topic for the entire month. One of the other reasons I've chosen this topic especially is because we are also in the month of summer here, and in summer most of us are out and about, and the more you sweat, the more you are going to lose your minerals via your sweat as well. So if you are managing your nutrition in a good way, what you have to do is also ensure that you're getting minerals back into the body, right? And one simple thing I have done for myself this summer is, I'm getting um, organic produce from the farmers market. So you can get organic boxes delivered to you, or you can pick, not delivered to you, but pick them up. There are different places that can deliver boxes as well, but fresh vegetables, arugula, spinach, kale, they are packed and packed with minerals. Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, celery is another really rich source of minerals. So make sure you're eating as fresh as possible. Shop at the farmers market, eat fresh fruits, grow your own vegetables, but make sure you're putting these minerals back into the body, because these minerals, if depleted, are going to cause long-term harm for your body. So if you enjoyed today's talk, please share this on your Facebook page. You can also tag your friends, or you can privately send this video to them as well. Thank you all for watching this live. I will see you in the next session for next week, where we are going to talk about more minerals and mineral deficiencies. Thank you. Have a fantastic day.